Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 27th of September 2024. This day is celebrated as World Tourism Day. World Tourism Day is observed annually on September 27th to raise awareness about the importance of tourism, its social, culture, political, and economic value, and its potential to contribute to sustainable development. This day is also famous for the birth anniversary of Bhagat Singh. 27th September 1907, after 23rd March 1931, was an Indian anti-colonial revolutionary who participated in the mistaken murder of a junior British police officer in December 1928 in what was to be retaliation for the death of an Indian nationalist, Bhagat Singh. Starting the newspaper and with the newspaper, the Hindu states that BRICS countries are recognized groups' importance for the multipolarity. Jai Shankar. External Affairs Minister S. Jai Shankar attended the IBSA Foreign Ministers meeting on United Nations General Assembly 79 sidelines in New York on Thursday, September 26, 2024. The BRICS meeting focused on reforming multilateralism and strengthening the development along with the Sustainable Development Goals, debt, fair trade, and poverty alleviation. External Affairs Minister S. J. Shankar met with the BRICS counterparts to affirm its role in the multipolar world. The meeting took place on the sidelines of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Underlined its significance for multipolarity and global diversity, Mr. Jai Shankar said on a social media site X, the group originally comprised only Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, expanded at the start of this year to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and United Arab Emirates. Thursday's meeting was convened by Brazilian Foreign Minister Mauro Verde. The group focused on reforming multilateralism and strengthening the development. The minister said they also discussed the Sustainable Development Goals, debt, fair trade, and poverty alleviation, according to Mr. Jai Shankar. Asked earlier this week as the Asia Society Policy Institute (ASPI) about what India was getting out of being a member of the Quad and also BRICS and the SCO Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Mr. Jai Shankar said each of these groupings represented a different aspects of India's goals. I think each one is the different facet of our interests and our activities. He said the BRICS groups was made in the context of the non-Western countries feeling they were not getting a fair hearing in the overall scheme of things, Mr. Jai Shankar said. Constitutional doctrine evolves with the society. No generation can claim monopoly over it. Chief Justice of India, T.Y. Chandrachud. Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud said greatness of jurists like Nambiar lay in their uncanny talent to read between the jurisprudential lines without being fixated with the supposed original intent of the framers of Constitution. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud on Thursday, September 26, 2024 said constitutional doctrine evolved with the society and no generation, including the president, could have a monopoly over solutions or confidence in its ability to foresee the future. The Chief Justice was delivering the M.K. Nambiar Memorial Lecture on the topic foresighted Mr. M.K. Nambiar, Constitutional Journeys Beyond Original Intent. The lecture was organized by Nambiar's son and former Attorney General of India, Senior Advocate K.K. Vinod, judges both sitting and former of the Supreme Court and High Court, along with the senior and junior members of the bar, were in attendance. The Chief Justice assured the deals with Mr. Vinod, Senior Advocate C.S. Vedyanathan, and Krishnan Vinod, Senior Advocate Gopal Sankarayanan also participated in the organization of the annual event. Reached some consensus with India-Chinese military on the disengagement process in Ladakh. China and India reached a consensus on troop disengagement in the Ladakh, maintaining dialogue for resolution, respecting bilateral agreement for peace. Both China and India, through talks, were able to reduce their differences and build some consensus, said a spokesperson for China's Ministry of National Defense. China and India were able to reduce the differences and build some consensus on disengaging troops from friction points to end the standoff in eastern Ladakh and agreed to maintain dialogue to reach a resolution acceptable to both sides at an early date, the Chinese Defense Minister said on Thursday, September 26, 2024. Under the guidance of the two leaders, China and India have maintained communication with each other through the diplomatic and military channels, including between the two foreign ministers and China's foreign minister and India's national security advisor, and through the border consultation mechanisms, Mr. Zhang Zhonggang said. Israel has destroyed Gaza, made it unlivable, says Mohammed Abbas. Palestinian President Mohammed Abbas addresses the 79th United Nations General Assembly at the United Nations headquarters in New York, United States on September 26, 2024. The head of the Palestinian Authority has denounced Israel in front of the world leaders. The head of the Palestinian Authority denounced Israel and its offensive in the Gaza Strip in front of the world leaders Thursday, September 26, 2024, appealing to other nations to stop what he called a genocidal war against a place and the people he said had been totally destroyed. Mohammed Abbas used the rostrum of the United Nations General Assembly, as he typically does, to criticize Israel. But this was the first time he did so since the October 7, 2023 attacks by the Hamas on Israel that triggered an Israeli military operation that has devastated the Gaza Strip. Pilgrims from Tamil Nadu stranded in a flooded river in Gujarat's Bhavanagar. Luxury bus carrying more than 50 passengers, all pilgrims from Tamil Nadu, stranded in a turbulent flooded causeway over the Maleshri River in Gujarat's Bhavanagar district. The pilgrims had come to the historic Nishkalank Mahadev temple in Koliak village to offer prayers. A luxury bus carrying several dozen passengers, all pilgrims from Tamil Nadu, has been stranded in a turbulent flooded causeway over the Maleshri River in Gujarat's Bhavanagar district on Thursday, September 26, 2024. After their bus was stranded in a heavy flood of waters, a truck was sent with the rescuers to bring the passengers out of the bus, but that truck also got stranded in turbulent waters while the passengers on board. Prime Minister Modi launches 3 Param Rudra supercomputers, says tech upgradation should empower poor. Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks during the launch of the 3 Param Rudra supercomputers and high-performing computing systems on Thursday, September 26, 2024. The high-performance computing system is tailored for weather and climate research, and the project represents an investment of 850 crore. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday, September 26, 2024, launched 3 Param Rudra supercomputers developed indigenously under the National Supercomputing Mission, and asserted that today India is carrying new opportunities to the infinite sky of possibilities. PM Modi said a country can aim for high achievements only if it has a big vision, and asserted that technology upgrades should be empower the poor. According to the Hindustan Times newspaper, states that rules for ex-ministers, NDA allies, opposition in the House panels, senior lawmakers who did not become ministers, and top allies were accommodated as chairs of the parliamentary standing committees that were announced on Thursday night, with the opposition also expanding its presence as heads of the key panels. The United States wants open and free Indian Ocean, top officials. President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Quadrilateral Cancer Moonshot Initiative event on the sidelines of the Quad Leaders Summit at Archimere Academy in Claremont, Delaware. The United States wants the Indian Ocean to remain free and open and believes transparency about the maritime activities, public-private partnership to improve the maritime infrastructure, and multilateral conditions to secure the waters are key to achieving this goal, a top National Security Council NSC officials has said. Muslim delegation opposes Waqf Amendment bill in the meeting with the JPC. New Delhi members of the Joint Parliament Committee of Waqf Amendment Bills leave after their meeting in the Parliament House Annex in New Delhi on Thursday, September 19, 2024. A delegation of the Muslim intellectuals, scholars, and representatives of several organizations strongly objected to the contentious Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 during a meeting with the Joint Parliamentary Committee (JPC) set to examine it. They claimed that the bill is unconstitutional and goes against the interests of the Muslim community. Porsche case: Pune police add new charge against juvenile. Pune police on Thursday charged the 17-year-old boy involved in the May 19 Porsche hit and run with the destroying evidence forgery as well as offense under the Prevention of the Corruption Act. Pune police on Thursday charged the 17-year-old boy involved in the May 19 Porsche hit and run with the destroying evidence forgery as well as offenses under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Officers submitted a supplementary report with the fresh charges before the Juvenile Justice Board (JJB) roughly 3 months after it initially filed the final report, charging the minor with the culpable homicide and not amounting to the murder under the Section 304 of the Indian Penal Code (IPC). The supplementary final report had charges under the IPC Section 201 causing disappearance of the evidence, 213 taking to gift to screen an offender, 214 offering gift or restoration of property to screen an offender, as well as the section 466, 67, 68 and 471 related to forgery, said a crime branch official. Going on to the economy of the country from the business point of view, Sensex Nifty reached a fresh all-time high levels in the early trade. From the 30 Sensex firms, Maruti and Nestle, Tata Motors, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, ICL Technologies, Bajaj Finserv, Tata Consultancy Services, ITC, and Bharti Airtel were the biggest gainers. Equity benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty hit fresh all-time high levels in the early trade on the Thursday, aimed at a sharply rally in Asian markets and buying in IT stocks. From the 30th Sensex firms, Maruti, Nestle, Tata Motors, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, ICL Technologies, Bajaj Finserv, Tata Consultancy Services, ITC, and Bharti Airtel were the biggest gainers. SEBI board likely to approve new asset class and MF light regulations. One of the key focus areas which the SEBI Security and Exchange Board of India members are likely to discuss is the recent concerns raised by the SEBI officers on the issue around the unprofessional work culture. The Security and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, in its board meeting on September 30th is likely to take up the host of measures, including the introduction of new asset class and mutual fund light regulations. The board may also clear the proposal to launch a product which would be a combination of rights issue and a professional allotment of shares. Diamond exports set to plummet to a decade low level. Diamond exports from India contracted by 28% in the financial year 2024, led by the worsened global macroeconomic conditions and increased competition from lab-grown diamonds. India remains the only bright spot globally, with increasing preference for diamond-studded jewelry. Polished prices have been declining since April 2022, following a demand slack, dropping to an all-time low in August month of 2024. Going over the world news, including Trump to meet Ukraine's Zelensky and UK's Starmer in New York. President Biden and Vice President Harris announced new actions to address gun violence. Norwegian Indian man linked to exploding Peugeot's missing international search issued. Will not leave. Palestinian president urges world to stop genocidal war in Gaza. Biden announces $8 billion surge in the military's aid and new long-range ammunition for Kyiv. Israel rejects United States package ceasefire proposal, escalates strikes on the Lebanon. Going to the science and tech. World Rabies Day, tracing the journey from the myths to modern medicine. World Rabies Day is celebrated on 28th of September, that is tomorrow. A stray dog being caught to administer anti-rabies vaccine in the Salim. World Rabies Day observed on September 28 to commemorate the deaths of Louis Pasteur, encourages a reflection on both the historical misconceptions that once shaped the approach to this deadly disease and the ongoing efforts to develop vaccines and modern strategies for rabies control. By connecting the past and present, we are reminded of the continuous need for awareness, education, and vaccination to eradicate the rabies. In the May month of 2024, a tragic incident in Alappuzha, Kerala, highlighted the ongoing threat of rabies in the 21st century. A 9-year-old boy died from rabies after being bitten by a stray dog. He was not vaccinated after the attack owing to the absence of the major wounds. This preventable death prompted school assemblies that turned into science classes. A message was delivered to over 159,000 students across 740 schools, underscoring the critical need for immediate medical attention and vaccination after any animal bite to prevent the rabies. Exploring the wonderful world of symplectic geometry to solve the problems in mechanics. Yakov Eliashberg, delivering the TNQ Distinguished Lecture in the Mathematics in the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras on September 26, 2024. Wolf Prize laureate Yakov Eliashberg delivers the new TNQ Distinguished Lecture in Mathematics. Russian-American mathematician and Wolf Prize laureate Yakov Eliashberg delivered a public talk at IIT Madras on Thursday as the part of the inaugural annual TNQ Distinguished Lecture in the Mathematics. The talk was the part of the TNQ Numbers and Shapes, a new initiative by the TNQ Foundation to advance the study of mathematics and support the mathematical research in India. This will be through the mentorship and collaboration program that gives students exposure, guidance, and trial support to enable them to pursue cutting-edge research in pure mathematics. The flagship event of the initiative is the lecture that will be held in Chennai every year during a week-long workshop. Eye drops for presbyopia. Pharma firm meets Drug Controller General of India issue clarification. Editorial Pharmaceutical CEO in a statement said has assured the DCGI with a written undertaking the company will fully comply with the conditions outlined in the permission for Pressview eye drops and make only approved claims. He has also appealed to the DCGI to reconsider the suspension. Mumbai-based Editorial Pharmaceuticals met with the Drug Controller General of India DCGI earlier this week to address the concerns surrounding the Pressview eye drops. A press release from the sub-company issued on Thursday, September 26, 2024 said the eye drops were initially approved for tearing presbyopia in adults, but this approval was suspended on September 10 by the Central Drug Standard Control Organization (CDSCO), following what it said were claims made by the company for the drug, for which the prior approval had not been obtained. Could rotating black holes be the wind turbines of powering the distant future? The Event Horizon Telescope (EHT) collaboration, who produced the first ever image of our Milky Way black hole, released in 2022, has captured a new view of the massive object at the center of our galaxy, how it looks in polarized light. This is the first time astronomers have been able to measure the polarization as signature of a magnetic field this close to the edge of the Sagittarius A star. This image shows the polarized view of the Milky Way black hole. The lines overlined on this image mark the orientation of polarization, which is related to the magnetic field around the shadow of the black hole. Scientists have postulated a theory which concerns our rotating objects that can absorb matter or radiation, and a black hole is, in essence, just a very big and effective absorber. Black holes are mysterious objects. There is a lot we don't know about them. One long-standing question has been whether rotating black holes, which are so powerful they drag space-time along with them, could be used as an energy source. Extinct volcanoes could help state humanity's hunger for rare earth elements. Scientists found that some rare magma types are surprisingly efficient at concentrating rare earth elements. Demand for rare earth is soaring as society moves away from the fossil fuels and electrifies energy production and transport. Extinct volcanoes are hard to study. We never see them erupt using a unique experimental technique. We were able to recreate a certain type of extinct volcano in a lab. Learning more about the magma these volcanoes produce. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg can be deposed by authors in artificial intelligence copyright case, judge says. Spokespeople and the attorney for Meta did not immediately respond to requests to comment on the orders on Wednesday. Meta lost a bid to block a group of US authors from the questioning Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg in a lawsuit accusing the company of misusing copyright books to train its artificial intelligence. Meta platform has lost a bid to block a group of US authors from questioning Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg in a lawsuit accusing the company of misusing copyright books to train its artificial intelligence systems. Zuckerberg's deposition is justified based on evidence that he was directly involved in Meta's artificial intelligence training decision. United States Magistrate Judge Thomas Hickson in San Francisco said on Tuesday. Last, there is a famous quotation said by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, whose birth anniversary is 17th of October 1817 or 27th of March 1898. Also spelled Syed Ahmad Khan was an Indian Muslim reformer, philosopher, educationist in 19th century during British India. In 1938, Syed Ahmad entered the service of the East India Company and went on to become a judge at a small case court in 1867. Retiring from this position in 1876, during the Indian Mutiny of the 1857, he remained loyal to the British Raj and was noted for his actions in saving European lives. After the rebellion, he penned the booklet "The Cause of the Indian Mutiny," a daring critique at the time of various British policies that he blamed for causing the revolt. Believing that the future of the Muslims was threatened by the rigidity of their orthodox outlook, Sir Ahmed Khan began promoting Western-style scientific education by founding modern schools and journals and organizing Islamic entrepreneurs. Victoria School at Ghazipur in 1863 and a scientific society of Muslims in 1864. In 1875, founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, the first Muslim university in the Southern Asia. During his career, Said repeatedly called upon Muslims to loyally serve the British Raj and promoted the adoption of Urdu as the lingua franca of all Indian Muslims. Said criticized the Indian National Congress. So Said Ahmed maintains a strong legacy in Pakistan and among the Indian Muslims. He became a source of the inspiration for the Pakistan movement and its activists, including Allama Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. His advocacy of Islam's rationalist tradition and a broader radical reinterpretation of the Quran to make it compatible with the science and modernity continues to influence the global Islamic reformation. Many universities and public buildings in Pakistan bear Sir Said's name. Aligarh Muslim University celebrated Sir Said's 200th birth anniversary with much enthusiasm on 17 October 2017. Former President of India Pranab Mukherjee was the chief guest. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan says a famous quotation. She says that, "Call me by whatever names you like. I will not ask for my salvation. But please take pity of your children. Do something for them. Send them to school." Because when a nation becomes devoid of art and learning, it invites poverty. And when poverty comes, it brings in its wake thousands of crimes. Okay, thank you.